Good Thursday morning, Mid-Michigan. I'm First Alert meteorologist Matthew Mondro, bringing you another update on your First Alert forecast as we go into this Thursday, really as we're starting to head towards the end of the work week. I've got to say, really nice weather for today and tomorrow, especially for this time of year. And for the weekend, we've been tracking still a few of those shower chances, but it definitely looks to be far from a wash for the upcoming weekend as well. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at some of our conditions out there right now. There's a live look at I-75 in Birch Run. Plenty of sunshine out there right now, and the sun has really been helping to kind of take that chill off here throughout the morning so far. We did start off with temperatures that were right at about freezing earlier this morning. We've already seen temperatures back to the low to mid 40s as of this point here. So as we go throughout the daytime today, really we're just going to be able to hold on to some nicer conditions. And there's also I-75. This is at Miller Road in Flint Township atop the Vehicle City Harley-Davidson camera. Things are just looking fantastic out there too. So just a couple of fair weather clouds, but overall very bright and very sunny. And we're just going to continue to hold on to conditions just like this as we go throughout today and then even as we go into tomorrow as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at our raking forecast for today too. So of course we're still holding on to all of the sunshine. If you do have any plans for today outside, maybe doing some yard cleanup or some leaf raking, certainly there's no issues there with our forecast for today. So if you do have any of that planned, definitely a nice day for it, especially as the ground continues to dry up just a little bit more for us as well. The wind is really about the only thing of note for today, just a westerly breeze. Some of those gusts are going to reach up to about 20 to 25 miles per hour, but outside of that breeze, really, we do have a nice day ahead of us. Taking a look at our high temps for today too, officially up to about 49 degrees. Midland could possibly even touch 50 as well. Our average high for today is 47. So all of these numbers are pretty close to normal for this time of year. We do have 45 across our northern row of counties, but even there really shouldn't feel too bad, especially with the sunshine that we've been enjoying. Now, our raking forecast for tomorrow, if you think today is good, well, tomorrow should even be a little bit better too. So we still have a lot of sun for tomorrow. The ground should be even drier. And also the kicker for tomorrow is that the wind will also be pretty light, just southeasterly, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So tomorrow should even be slightly better than today. Saturday will still say fair overall. There are some of those showers that we're tracking for the afternoon on Saturday, but again, looks to be far from any sort of very heavy rain or a complete wash by any means as well. We'll just have that breeze starting to pick back up on Saturday as well. And going into the weekend, that system, that's the one that we've been tracking all week long here, and we've seen that system speeding up even more. So that's been lowering the time or the duration time of that rainfall for Saturday, but it also is still altering some of the temperatures that we're expected to see for the upcoming weekend too. We'll take a break here in just a second to then take more of a look at the weekend forecast, but I will say the main takeaway is that a lot of the weekend is still going to experience some drier weather, and our temperatures will be noticeably different, still pretty mild on Saturday, and then we will cool off quite a bit as we go into Sunday. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break here real quickly, and then when we come back, we'll take a look at that weekend forecast. Alrighty, so welcome back from that break. The weekend forecast, something that we are still keeping some close tabs on, although it really does seem like things are starting to lock in pretty well with that weekend forecast too. So let's go ahead and take a look here. That opening weekend forecast does still show a few showers coming in on Saturday during the afternoon. On Sunday, we do still have just a lake effect chance there, only at 10%. Really could see just a stray flurry or maybe a couple of stray raindrops. Really nothing very significant at all for Sunday. And notice even on Saturday, we have that rain chance at only 30%. So we are still keeping that at the lower end. We don't expect the rainfall to really be quite that widespread. As that moves in on Saturday, the morning on Saturday especially, that's still going to be dry. And then even for tomorrow, maybe if tomorrow is a prep day for you, just the last couple of preps, maybe getting the blind ready to go too before opening day on Saturday. Beautiful day for tomorrow with a lot of sun and those temps up to about 51 by tomorrow afternoon. And take a look at our temperatures too. So Saturday will still easily catch that warm front from this passing system. So 56 on Saturday. I think there is still some potential those temperatures for Saturday could even trend upwards another degree or two, but you still see that pretty large fall down in our temperatures by Saturday night and Sunday. So we'll have a low of 35 Saturday night, and then we have a high of only 42 on Sunday. And with that breeze factored in, should be northwesterly, some gusts near 30 miles per hour on Sunday. That is going to keep the wind chills in the 30s. So between the 2 days this weekend, it's definitely going to be two different stories there with those temperatures. The cold front is still on track to pass through late in the day on Saturday. Looks like about Saturday evening, and behind that cold front is where our conditions dry out, and then we have just that lake effect pattern taking over. So here's a look at the latest First Alert hour by hour that we have for the weekend. So this right here, Saturday morning, about 6 in the morning. So this is just before sunrise. At this time, we have our deer hunters starting to head out to their blinds to start off the day. At that time in the morning, shouldn't have any rain to track here in mid-Michigan. Just the cloud coverage still holding on though. That right there is at about 11 in the morning on Saturday. So you see just a couple of those light showers starting to pick up as they move into our area. And then we fast forward even towards 3 in the afternoon, just a few more showers still moving through. And then we could still have just a stray shower, I think, even at about 4, 5, or even 6 o'clock. But pretty much here, the trend is going to be that as we head towards sundown, so I've moved the hour by hour back to about 6 in the evening on Saturday. That's pretty much right after sundown. Notice that there, most of the rain is already done, and then we have the clouds clearing out pretty quickly behind that too. So as we close out the daytime on Saturday, for any of us who have seen rain by then, we will be heading back towards some drier weather. And then of course the rest of the night we're going to have just some lake effect clouds taking over because of that northwest wind coming in behind the cold front. And then you'll see this here in the First Alert hour by hour as we go into Sunday. Even by midday on Sunday, we do have some lake effect that's picking up, especially for northern lower Michigan up towards Gaylord, and then even north of there towards Mackinac. And even in Ontario, there's going to be a decent amount of lake effect there too. But with this northwesterly wind direction, I still think it's very possible that our own northern row of counties, so some places like Houghton Lake or Rose City or Whittemore, and even the northern thumb, so Port Austin, maybe even Bad Axe too, you could see just a couple of stray occasional lake effect rain showers, or possibly even some flurries too, because we will be cooling down quite a bit there on Sunday. But outside of those spots up north and in the northern thumb, the rest of mid-Michigan should be able to stay pretty dry as we go through Sunday. So as far as any wet weather goes for the weekend, we really aren't too concerned about wet weather for Sunday as a whole as of this point. And again, even the scattered showers on Saturday, those look like they might bring about 1/10 of an inch of rainfall, or just a little bit over that too. So it definitely looks to be far from a soaking rain with any of the wet weather that we even see on Saturday too. So if you do have plans for the weekend, whether it's just some more yard work or maybe you are going out deer hunting this weekend too, this forecast has definitely turned a bit drier than what we were seeing earlier in the week. So definitely a bit favorable, especially if you are just doing some yard cleanup this weekend too. So that is buying us just a little bit more time. But just that reminder again, that as we go into the weekend, Saturday, much warmer, almost 15 degrees warmer than it will be on Sunday. We'll go back over to our weather graphics one more time. Just want to pop up that 7-day forecast for you, a look into next week. It's actually been quieting down quite a bit as well, kind of like the weekend. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we have partly cloudy skies all of those days with highs in the low to mid 40s. So next week will definitely be cooler than today and tomorrow. But our average high temperature today is 47, and by the middle of next week, that average high should be closer to about 45 or so, even a little bit cooler up north. So generally, even what we're expecting next week is going to be fairly typical for this time of year. So at least as we start to pass the midpoint of November, which also still hard to believe that we're almost halfway through November already and only 2 weeks out from Thanksgiving, at least we do have some just fairly typical weather on the way as we go into next week. So overall, again, for the weekend, really not expecting too much more change to that weekend forecast. Things have been locking in pretty well, especially in regard to that shower chance for Saturday afternoon. But if anything changes, we'll be the first to let you know. And coming up later today, right here on the same live stream at 2 in the afternoon, meteorologist Stone Schaefer is going to be bringing you some more updates on the forecast and just discussing more of what to expect for the weekend, and perhaps if any new data does try to shift a little bit more, he'll be sure to let you know. But again, he'll be coming up right here at 2 o'clock this afternoon. In the meantime, we hope you have a great remainder of your morning and enjoy all the sunshine out there too.